If you've ever felt like your thoughts are running the show and you're just along for the ride, this practice might be just the anchor you've been needing.
Okay, hey everyone. I'm Francisca, and this is my mid-crisis life. And this is a new segment that I wanted to introduce that's called Chrysalis Tools. All right. So before we get into that, I wanted to recap about kind of what has been going on this week. So this week, in my first video in that Crisis Confessional, I spoke about the need and the benefit of confessing things to ourselves, right? And I spoke about kind of what confessional sounds like, that it's not really about confessing this big secret to someone or confessing something to a priest, that actually it's about being able to take the time and confess these things to ourselves. And I spoke about the benefit and the importance of this idea of like radical truth, that radical truth allows you as a person to be able to say to yourself, you know, I'm not coping, or I'm struggling, or I need some help, or I don't know, like I fucked up in some way. And through that, it kind of gives you this real strength in vulnerability. And there's a real strength in vulnerability because it allows you to see maybe where you want to change, where you want to improve, where you want more, where you need to place boundaries, right? Because it has to start from that point of being truthful. And I think what I was saying was that if I can be vulnerable, then for sure you can be vulnerable, right? And if I can find that strength in vulnerability, then you can find that strength in vulnerability. And, you know, maybe you don't need to do it on this stage in front of everybody for everyone to see with everybody watching, but maybe just to yourself, you can start with implementing some of these things, right? And then on Mindset Monday, I was talking about what mindset is, right? And I was talking about the fact that mindset is really just what you set your mind to. Yeah. And I spoke about the importance of being able to, of creating space, creating enough space around you to be able to kind of stop that automated process that's happening in your mind from minute to minute, that's creating your thoughts. And through that, being able to have enough space to observe it, to be able to question, what's going on in your mind, to be able to question your thoughts, and therefore to be able to question your feelings, to be able to question what's going on in your body, and then being able to question your reactions through it, right? So today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you through a practice that hopefully is going to help you to do that. But before we do that, I wanted to just really talk very quickly about why I decided to call this segment Chrysalis Tools. Now, I don't know if everybody knows the word chrysalis, but a chrysalis is the I don't know, the chrysalis, the thing that a caterpillar builds around itself in order to then change and transition and evolve into a butterfly, right? So it's kind of like this choice that you make to go into yourself, to build something around yourself that's loving and that's kind, that allows you then to come out as something different. And you're not different, you're not a different person, but you're an evolved version of yourself, right? So Chrysalis Tools are really, I think, about helping people to navigate that transition. That's what I would say. And I think that any process like that really takes time and it takes practice. And if you don't have the tools or the skills or the knowledge to know what to practice, then it's really, really difficult to get from one thing to another. It's really difficult to transition from one thing to another, right? And I really do think that ultimately, if we can change ourselves, then we can change the world. We can change the narrative and the unhealthiness that there is in the world at the moment, right? Because I really do feel that healing is rebellion. It's rebellion against the state. It's rebellion against all of those people that talk about kind of like that toxic positivity and I don't know, just the idea that people are broken or that kind of like surface level self-help stuff, or that kind of like societal idea that I don't know, that kind of like ignore like trauma and mental health, or try and just like slap a bandage over it. I think that if we want to change things, that we can really start with healing, and that healing is a rebellion. And I really think that the revolution will be felt. It will be felt. Okay, that's enough of that. So if you feel like it's comfortable and if you feel like it's ready, what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to either sitting up or lying down, just find a comfortable space, right? Somewhere that you're not going to be disturbed for the next 15 minutes or so. Somewhere where you can be by yourself, somewhere you can focus. And if you found a space like that, if you haven't, then pause and go and find a space, right? And then once you found that space, what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to just relax your eyes. You might need to blink them a few times, but just relax your eyes and just stare out at nothing in particular. Just let everything kind of melt into itself. And as you do that, I'd like you to take a deep breath in through your nose, hold it at the top, relax your body down, and then breathe out
through your mouth. Try to keep your eyes open, focusing on nothing in particular. Breathe in again through your nose. Hold it at the top. Relax your body. And then breathe out through your mouth. Try to keep your eyes open. Keep that focus gentle. Breathing in again through your nose. Hold it at the top. Relax your body. And then breathe out. And as you do, just allow your eyes to close down. And then just allow your breath to just return to its natural rhythm, in and out through your nose. And there's nothing that you need to do at this moment in time. Just breathe. And I want you to begin to notice, where do you feel that breath? Maybe you feel it through your nostrils. Maybe you can feel the sensation of the warm air coming in through your nose and the cool air as it leaves your body. Maybe you feel it in your tummy. You can feel your tummy filling with air, emptying again, rising and falling each breath. Maybe you feel it in your chest. You can feel it expanding and contracting with every breath. just notice. Just observe. And now I want you to just begin to notice all the points of your body where they make contact with the surface beneath you. All those points of contact, just notice. Maybe your feet on the floor. Maybe your legs resting on the surface beneath you. Maybe your hands resting on your lap or by your side. Just notice. And as you notice these points, I want you to feel the weight of your body pressing down, sinking into the surface beneath you. I want you to just begin to notice now all the areas, all those points on your body that are not making contact with the space beneath you. All those little pockets of space. Just begin to notice them now. And as you watch that space, as you observe that space, I want you to focus. I invite you to see the space, to find yourself in that space. Feel that space all around you. To feel yourself in that space. And as you move into that space, just breathe. Breathe in and breathe out. And as you inhabit that space, I just want you to begin to notice what sort of thoughts are coming to you now. as you sit in that space, all those thoughts. Allow them to just float in and float out. What do you hear? Just watch them. No judgment. Just observe. Just allow them to be. Just allow them to be from the space that you're in. What do you notice? What are you saying to yourself? Are you being harsh? Are you being critical? Unkind? Impulsive? What are you saying to yourself? What is your mind set to? Remember, there's nothing you need to do. Just allow it. Just observe it from that space. Now, I want you to take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Just let it go. One more time. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Just let it go. And again, I want you to just start to notice all of those parts of your body, all those points in your body where you make connection with the surface beneath you. Notice your hands on your lap, by your side. Notice your feet on the floor, your back against the surface. Notice the weight of your body. And as you do this, begin to allow all those sounds around you to filter into your ears. Start to hear those sounds around you. Start to feel that space around you now. Can you feel the air of the room, the touch of the wind on your face, on your body? And start to just come back to the room. And as you do, you might want to start making some small movement in your body. Maybe wiggle those fingers, wiggle those toes, and maybe begin to just blink your eyes open again. Start to focus. And it might be nice to just have a really nice stretch. Stretch that body out. And maybe a little shake. Shake that body out. Hi. How was that? Tell me, what did you notice? What did you hear? What did you see? What did you feel? What sorts of things is your mind telling you? You know? What's that constant rhetoric that's going on in the back of your mind? And I wonder if, as this week goes on, you might see if you might be able to catch yourself when you're saying those things on a day-to-day basis. Notice some of those sentences, some of those words coming up in your mind this week. And if you can catch it, see if you can maybe take yourself back to that space. See if you can maybe create that space again, to allow that distance and to allow that thought to just float in and float back out again. And I guess as well, like, if you enjoyed this, do it again. Why not? If that was an enjoyable meditation, if that was an enjoyable practice for you, sit here and do it again. Maybe not right now, but maybe tomorrow. See what else comes up. See what else you learn about what the things that your mind is constantly saying to you that maybe you didn't even notice before, but you've definitely heard it before, right? You just didn't notice. Yeah. And I would say that if you've enjoyed that, if you enjoyed Mindset Monday, if you enjoyed Crisis Confessionals on Sunday, then come and join us for Friday Reflections. Friday Reflections is going to be a space where all of us can kind of come together, where we can have that time to have that kind of that space for that, like, radical truth, that radical honesty, and with it that kind of radical compassion for one another, for ourselves, right? It's a place where we can just kind of connect as a community, where we can be honest, we can confess our sins, and we can be accepted and be loved anyway. So if that sounds like somewhere you want to be, then yeah, come and join us. But yeah, I think for now, that's it. What did you hear? What did you feel? Start catching those thoughts in the wild this week. And when you do, come back to this space. And if this landed for you, hit like, subscribe, and join us for Friday Reflections, where we turn this inner work into a real conversation.